Hey everyone, and good morning, and welcome to the weekend and the PuddyMod YouTube channel. Yeah. Well, anyway, on the bench today we're back into the 2014 Trail Team FJ Cruiser. That's my daily driver there, and I'm switching out the seats in it. And I did a video on the startup of this project a couple months ago, and a viewer of the channel had recently had posted up a question as to what's progress has been made on it, or have you done anything more with it, especially with the passenger side seat. Well, kind of funny, I was actually working on it, and here's that video for the update on the passenger side seat. As to the driver's side, everything is good. It's functional. It's been in the truck now since I guess now a couple months, and the only thing is I still have to pull the seat back out. I want to do some fine tuning, like to hold the wiring underneath the seat so it's nice and neat and looks factory. I have to move a bracket to do that. I'm going to upgrade the hardware that holds the feet on the back of that Subaru frame, because I use the FJ feet, and so I'm going to use some ARP fasteners. Yeah, the factory uses a rivet. Oh, there's Shop Kitty. And so we had to take the rivets out, and of course riveting them back in, it wasn't an option. I just didn't want to do that, so I'm going to use ARP fasteners. Right now I have regular bolts in it. It works fine, everything's great, but just to have that added touch of security, knowing that nothing's going to come apart in the event of an accident, I'm going to step it up to ARP. Well, anyway, this is a I think 2018, 2019 Subaru WRX seat. This is the passenger side seat. Driver's side seat is actually still in the FJ right now. And these are a really nice upgrade to the factory seats that are in the FJ. These have high bolsters. It's more sports car-like, much more comfortable. For some reason, the seats in my Trail just ain't cutting it. I mean, a lot of people complain about it, some people don't. I've owned several of these FJs. I never really had a problem with the seats so much. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. But this FJ I had recently acquired, no, them seats they're just terrible. I don't know what it is, but the seat foam. I got a Friday night truck. I don't know, but yeah, them seats suck. But anyway, the problem with putting this passenger side seat in, and everybody runs into it, that does aftermarket seats. One is the seat sensors for pressure sensors. So if you put a child in a seat, the airbag goes off. So there was somebody that was making a resistor, I believe, to kind of cancel that part of the seat function out. And then of course there was the airbag issue too, and of course they made the same thing for that. I didn't really want to go that route. I wanted really everything to work just like the factory meant it to work for all the safety features. Factory airbag that's on this side of the seat here. You can see a little tag. That will, and there's seat's a little dirty from storage, but I'll clean that all up when I do final install. I'll be taking the Subaru seat airbag out, putting an FJ Cruiser airbag in, and that will make that plug and play into the FJ Cruiser wiring harness. And then the seatbelt receiver on this side, I'll put the FJ Cruiser seatbelt receiver on this side, and that will also make it plug and play into the FJ Cruiser wiring harness. So those two things are easy peasy, no problem there. The other problem, like I said, is the seat sensors, and that's the next thing we're going to be doing. And I'm going to be transferring seat sensors from the FJ Cruiser onto this seat. And how I'm going to do that is this frame here and slider that we're working with is an FJ Cruiser frame and slider. I took this out of a Boneyard FJ, a donor. I didn't really want to mess with the original FJ seats that were in my truck. I wanted to keep that all pristine. I didn't want to take anything away from them, so I just got them stored as they came out of the truck. This is a modified frame. Now, here's the next issue you would have. Guys have tried doing this exact same seat. I believe I'm the first, but there was another fellow that had done this, and the problem with putting it in on an FJ Cruiser frame and slider is it's set too high in the truck, so your head was just about, if not touching the ceiling. If you use the Subaru slider and frame in the truck, it's just not much of a modification to do, but it works fine. You can do it, but then they're almost impossible, if not impossible, to hook up, the seat sensors or the pressure sensor. So I really wanted to have that feature functioning still in the truck. So I went ahead and went with this. And we modified this to lower this seat. So when it goes into the FJ, it sits just like the factory seat would sit. It's ergonomically correct. And what we did was, it's been, the seat frame has been cut down dramatically, and we welded in new plates here to set this seat down on. And you can see that weld all in there. Bobby does a fantastic job with all that. And nice beads. And everything, he mapped everything out, located it all in. And so, these locations are what's going to hold the seat into place. These are a pain in the butt, these little wire clips here. I had to take all that stuff apart a couple months ago when I did all this stuff, and then I had to put it back together, and that was fun because, go back and look at pictures to see how I did it all. And that clip is actually in there correctly. That's how it goes through that little hole there. It holds it, and then you got one on this side as well, and that's right there. Yeah, there we go. And so everything functions. There's nothing in the way of anything. It works perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and bolt this frame up to our seat, and then we're going to go out to the truck, pull the FJ seat out, put this one in, and get a fit and see how it goes, and see what we got, see how everything looks. Stand by. All right, we have the slider frame in place. I'm using a socket head cap screw here to hold it. These are grade 12.9. You can see them right there, and down in this location as well, and over here. I'm going to use a flange nut on the opposite side when I do final install and everything. This is just hardware I kind of grabbed out of the bins in the back to get everything lined up. Of course, we're going to paint these frames and stuff like that when we're done with all the fitting and everything, but for now we got everything set up for a good mock-up, so we can know how this seat fits in the truck, how the distance to the ceiling is, how it compares to the original seat that's in the truck right now, and make sure we got all that squared away and correct. This is the old airbag wiring harness. It's a little different than the FJ, so of course it can't be used, and that's why we're going to go ahead and replace that FJ Cruiser airbag, or the seats airbag with the FJ Cruiser airbag. So we're plug and play, and the same with the seat sensor and all that good stuff. All right, let me go out to the truck and get that seat out. All right, here we are on the inside of the 14 FJ, and this has a Glasgow seat cover on it, leather seat cover. It's heated as well. Underneath there is the factory Trail Team Ultimate Edition upholstery, which looks like this gray color insert, silvery gray with the black sides. It's unique to the 2013 Trail and the 2014 Trail. As you guys know, this is a 6-speed manual, full-time 4-wheel drive. There's your Ultimate Edition badge gimmick. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get our bolts out of this thing, undo all this electronic stuff underneath, and get the seat out. Yeah, okay, let's get it done. All right, we have this seat all unbolted. We have our electronics disconnected here. One is the airbag, that's the yellow one right here, and this is for the seat sensors and that kind of stuff. Yeah, seat sensors. Yeah, and the one for the safety belt is right here. It just stays in with the seat, so it ends up tying in with this one, so it all seat sensor, seat belt, the whole 9 yards. But anyway, I'm ready to pull the seat and get it out of the truck, and we're going to go ahead and put the WRX seat in. All right, we are bolted down, we are in. Everything lined up super nice. Don't mind the little mess that we got going on here. Got to do another vacuum job, I'm seeing. And up front, everything looks good. down below. And you can see everything lined up super nice because we're dealing with factory stuff here. And all right, get it back. Got a nice lineup on our bolts. Everything looks really good. You got a great amount of slide here, and you know, just like you would with the FJ seat. So we look like I got this thing centered out pretty nicely. You can see got plenty of room in the front here for long leggers. A lot of exposed sliders, so you know she's gone back pretty darn far, and it's tight. Let's see, I'm gonna give a seat tilt here, and there's your passenger. That's with the seat all the way back, so there is some leg room, not a lot, as you guys know with these things. It looks like we got the lineup, you know, pretty nicely. And naturally, this side of the seat in the FJ sits lower than the driver's side. If you own one of these things and you go sit in your driver's side seat, then come back over and sit in your passenger side, you sit kind of low in the truck. It kind of feels funny to me. I'm not very tall. I'm only 5'9" anyway, so sitting even lower, I feel like, you know, I want to pump it up, but there's no pump option on these things, so only on the driver's side. But nevertheless, I'm in it. As you can see, got a lot of leg room here. I'm going to go ahead and move it up to a position that I would probably sit in it as a, you know, passenger, which would be about right here. Headroom wise, let's see, let's go this way. Yes, that's good. You guys can see, got a lot of headroom here. So if you're 6 foot plus, I think you'll be okay. At least 6 foot anyway, 6'2", 6'3". I think you'll be all right. It does sit taller than the factory FJ seat still does. Let's see, you got that much room. Like I said, I'm 5'9", so I'm thinking 6 foot, you're still gonna be okay. And it's very comfortable, obviously, more so than the factory seat is. Let's get the door closed here. You know, I don't have the suicide door closed, but everything lines up real nice. You got plenty of room here for your adjuster and stuff. Plenty of room over here away from the console, so you're not scraping anything. And your safety belt will sit in there nicely like this one does. In fact, it's a little further away than the driver's side. It's actually closer to the door than it is to the console, which is nice. You got that, you know, you got that space. Feels good, looks good. I like the added height. Like I said, there is more height to this seat than there is to the factory FJ seat. I'm going to go ahead and get a tape measure and measure up the height of the base of this seat. I'm going to measure this from the top of the seat to the floor. I'll measure the back of the seat to the floor and compare it to the FJ seat, see where we're at as for height. If you use seat jackers on an FJ seat, I think this is right where it would put you anyway, if you have that modification. So if you go do something like this, you would not want to need, or wouldn't need to use seat jackers. I'm gonna go get a measuring tool and see how the height is in the truck, and then take this seat back out and compare it to the FJ seat when I get it back in. All right, I've got a large scale out of the shop, and I put it across these both front passenger and driver's side seat here to give you an indication of seat height. And you can see they're right on the money. They're even. Very nice, very nice. Now we're gonna go ahead and measure up our height of our seat surface here. And let's see if I can actually see this. I might have to check back on the video because it's so bright out here. I really can't see anything. All right, there we go. Looks like about 13 inches here in the front of the seat, from the floor to the top of that seat surface right there. And then the seat, you know, naturally goes down, it rakes down. So we'll measure the back and see what our height is there. All right, we got it dialed in here, and it looks to be about 9 inches. So it goes from 9 inches to 13 inches from front to back on this WRX seat here. And I'll get the FJ seat back in, get all the electronics hooked back up, and then we'll take a measurement on that seat and see how it varies. But I like it. It sits nice. It's super comfortable. All right, we are back at it, and I put a straight edge across the top of that seat to the scale, and it is 12 inches. So the front of the seat sits 1 inch taller than the factory FJ seat that you see sitting in this truck right now. So the WRX seat after modification is just 1 inch taller in the front here than the factory FJ seat. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the back side is and sum it up. Okay, we have the scale back in place, and where you see the 8 is at the bottom of the seat. You can't see it with the leather there in place, but I use my fingers to locate it from the other side, and it's 8 inches. So the WRX seat was 9 inches, the FJ seat is 8 inches. So it sits 1 inch taller than the factory FJ seat. And to me, that is definitely not a deal breaker. And in fact, a lot of people modify these seats so that they do jack. They use those seat jacker brand or another brand to raise either the front or the back or even both for ergonomics. And with the WRX seat and the modifications that we did, that would not be unnecessary, and it's very comfortable, and you feel, you know, nice in the vehicle. It doesn't feel like you're sitting too tall or too short or anything. It just feels right. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. So we got the mechanics of this install done now at this point. Now we're just going to work on the electronics, and really all the electronics that we have to really deal with is the seat pressure sensors, and everything else is a cakewalk. It's all going to be plug and play. So to the next video, which we'll finish this up, we'll have everything painted, looking nice, and doing our final install. And wish me luck and getting it figured out. And if this is something you guys would like to do, this hopefully this video helped you out. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, tune in often. I don't put a lot of content up, but I do my best. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave comments. I'll try to get the next video up here quickly, especially on this mod, so that you guys can get some closure as to how this all worked out and fitted out. And yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for watching. See ya.